15-Minute Mondays, your kickstart to week high-energy 15-minute episode on the Success Blueprint. I'm your host, Daniel Greg Johnson. Let's get right into it. Hello everybody, welcome back to the Success Blueprint. It is 15-Minute Monday time again. I hope that you had a fantastic weekend, and today we're going to make it quick and easy, get right into it. This is a good one, a short one, but powerful, and it's about overcoming shame. So today I want to discuss 6 steps how to overcome shame with you. Shame is often the most crippling emotion we face. Everyone has it. And we all do not talk about it, or we don't talk about it enough. It can silently corrode our self-worth, it limits our growth, and it keeps us from pursuing opportunities that would otherwise elevate our lives. And shame often starts small. It's an embarrassing moment, a mistake, or a perceived failure. But it can grow into something that casts a long shadow over how we see ourselves. Unlike guilt, which is about what we've done, shame is about who we are. It digs deep into our identity and convinces us that we are not enough. The deeper meaning of overcoming shame is the process of reclaiming your true self. That's what we want in life. It's about recognizing that mistakes and imperfections do not define our worth. It's about taking steps to dismantle the power that shame has over you so you can live freely, authentically, and with self-compassion. So here's what we can learn about shame and how to overcome it in 6 actionable steps that I want to share with you. Number 1, name your shame. The first step in overcoming shame is acknowledging it. Shame thrives in secrecy. That's how we all hide it away. The longer you keep it hidden, the more power it has. It becomes your identity. It's essential to name what you are feeling and why. Often shame starts as a vague discomfort or insecurity, but it can snowball into something much larger. By identifying where the shame comes from, you take the first step toward releasing it. Maybe it's tied to something from your childhood, a bad decision, or a time you let someone down. Be honest with yourself about the root of the shame. Writing it down in a journal or on a piece of paper or sharing it with someone you trust can be powerful. When you bring it into the light, you begin to see that shame is not as overwhelming as it seems. But you have to be true to yourself. Step number 2, challenge the narrative. Shame often comes with a narrative that sounds something like this: I'm a failure, I'm not worthy, or I don't deserve happiness. And these thoughts are incredibly toxic because they become self-fulfilling and you adopt them as your identity. When you constantly repeat them to yourself, you start to believe them. However, these are stories you've created, and like any story, they can be edited or rewritten. Once you recognize the shame-driven thoughts, challenge them. Ask yourself, is this really true? What evidence do I have to support this belief? What would I say to a friend who told me they felt this way? And by questioning the validity of your thoughts, you start to loosen shame's grip. Number 3, practice self-compassion over and over in your life. One of the biggest reasons shame lingers is because we often our own harshest critiques. The antidote to shame is self-compassion. Start by treating yourself the way you would treat someone you love. Recognize that everyone makes mistakes, and those mistakes don't make you unworthy of love and respect. Self-compassion is about offering kindness to yourself when things go wrong. It's realizing that suffering, failure, and imperfection are part of the shared human experience. When you embrace this, you start to dismantle the unrealistic expectations you may have placed on yourself. Step number 4, focus on growth, not perfection. Striving for excellence is a tool that I give my clients over and over again. Perfectionism sets you up for failure. Shame often stems from that idea that we need to be perfect to be accepted, but perfection is a myth. No one is flawless, and the pursuit of perfection only leads to frustration and ultimately more shame instead of focus and growth. See mistakes as opportunities to learn. When you shift your mindset from perfectionism to progress, you allow yourself the space to improve without the burden of shame hanging over your head. It's not about being perfect. It's about becoming better. Number 5, share your story. One of the most powerful ways to break free from shame is to share your story. Whether it's with a trusted friend, a counselor, a coach like myself, or even through journaling, there is healing in vulnerability. Shame convinces you that you are alone in your struggle. But the truth is that everyone has experienced some form of shame at one point or another. By sharing your story, you create connection and reduce the sense of isolation that shame brings. You also open up yourself to receiving empathy and understanding, which are essential in healing from shame. And step number 6, take action despite fear. This is a big one. Finally, the only way to fully overcome shame is to take action in the face of it. Shame will always try to hold you back, convincing you that you're not good enough to pursue your dreams, start a new relationship, or take that next step in your career. But you have to push through the fear and take action anyway. When you take action despite feeling shame, you show yourself that shame does not define you and it doesn't rule you. Every even small step forward is a victory, and each victory weakens the power that shame has over your life. Courage isn't the absence of fear. It's the ability to move forward in spite of it. Let me share 5 tips with you how you can apply this in your life. Recognize shame early. Pay attention to when you feel shame creeping in. Practice mindfulness to become aware of shame's presence before it takes over. Number 2, practice self-compassion daily. Make it a habit of speaking kindly to yourself, especially in moments of failure or difficulty. Replace harsh criticism with understanding and patience. Number 3, surround yourself with supportive people. Build a network of people who understand and support you. Having safe relationships where you can share your struggles helps you to heal. Challenge negative self-talk. This is really important. Write down the negative thoughts that shame brings and actively challenge them. Replace them with affirmations of your worth and capability. And 5, take small steps to push through fear. Don't wait until you feel ready to take action. Start small and gradually build your confidence by taking consistent steps toward your goals. And what's the payout out of all of this? Freedom and authenticity. The reward for overcoming shame is the freedom to live authentically, no longer burdened by the weight of past mistakes or perceived inadequacies. You can move through life with greater confidence, purpose, and joy. When you no longer allow shame to dictate your decisions, you unlock your potential and you embrace who you truly are. It's about stepping into the person you were always meant to be, and that without apology or fear. Overcoming shame is not a one-time event, but a conscious process of self-awareness, self-compassion, and growth. But with each step, you regain more of yourself and move closer to a life of authenticity, where you can experience happiness on your own terms. And that was a quick one for the week. Please write it down, listen to it over and over again. Shame is something that is very often mentioned in coaching sessions. It comes up for everyone, no matter what rank, no matter what success in life. It is something that it's a part of all of us. It's our shadows, and it's about time that we shine some light on it, that we bring it out, that we talk about it, that we don't see it as a stigma, and that we share it with people that care about us so that we can recognize it early and overcome shame. Shame is debilitating. It holds us back from so many opportunities, from so much more happiness and authenticity in life. We need to overcome shame, and it needs to become an open discussion where we know that we can share it and that we can be vulnerable about it. That is the first step of overcoming shame. And that was it. I hope that you have a fantastic week, that you go out there and shine, forget about shame, and just become your true self, because we all made mistakes. There's no reason to be ashamed about it. We are all worthy, and we can all do this. We can all become better at this thing called life and business. So take care, guys. That was it from Daniel, your host on The Success Blueprint, with my promise, I'll be back. Take care.